Hey guys, Dave here. Just wanted to share with you the Alita Battle Angel art and making of the movie book. It's by Abby Bernstein. So before we get into the art of book, I just wanted to kind of flip through the Battle Angel Alita manga a little bit here, and then that way you can have some context on the movie and character designs and stuff like that. So sorry about my throat. So here's a very iconic piece of artwork that most of you have probably seen. It's called Rusty Angel. Beautiful piece of artwork. And then I'll start flipping through the manga, and like a lot of manga, at the beginning of each chapter there's kind of some color artwork, sometimes color pages, which is cool. I really like this larger format. If I could find manga that's larger like this, I definitely like to buy it if it's something that I'm interested in. I really like that it's larger, kind of like Western comic books. I don't take the bus or the subway much, so I don't really have the need to put like manga in my pocket or small places like that, jacket pockets and stuff like that. So I really like this larger format. Some more color pages, get to see some really nice watercolor artwork. I haven't read this yet, so I really need to read this. I've seen, I've seen the animated 80s movie, and I've seen the current movie, which I really enjoyed, by the way. Obviously I enjoyed it, or I wouldn't have bought the art of book. So it's usually a good sign. If I bought the art of book, then that means I've enjoyed the movie too. So anyway, let's dip into this. Hopefully if you haven't seen it yet, there really won't be any spoilers in here. This is mostly about, the designs of the costumes and characters and backgrounds and stuff like that, so. So the Rollerball uniform here on Alita. It's a great shot. Really like the way she looks here. Some people were bugged by how big they made her eyes, but not me. I thought it was cool. Some character concept designs here. Playing with different, I think, just like casual outfits. And here you see what she actually wore in the movie. Picture of the interior of her ship. Locker room at the Rollerball. Some of the pictures when they find Alita. This is really beautiful artwork, and this was not in the movie. At least not, the rendered pieces. This piece here was, but not these. So much detail, so beautiful. So you get into a lot of the details of her her body. Hard to know what to call it. Do you call it costume, or her body, or her synthetic body, I guess you would say. Has a lot of detail on it. A lot of this you know, swirls and leaves and kind of floral prints. You know, it gives it a little bit of that steampunk kind of flavor to it. Detail of the hand, of her hand. Her Berserker body here. Really cool looking, very sleek. This is a really cool picture, just kind of, you know, half kind of manga looking and half CGI looking artwork. That's pretty cool. Rollerball uniform here. Different designs of the skates, her helmet. Her heart. The heart of the Berserker body, I should say. The Damascus blade. This is an awesome picture of her too. I would say the one thing that I don't like about this book is that there's not a lot of pictures of Alita, like, or Rosa Salazar for that matter. There's just, I don't know why. I thought that there should have been more pictures of the character in the book. Zapan. Kind of altercation with Zapan here. Dyson Ido, who Christopher Waltz played. I thought he was a perfect choice. Really looked like him. Very cool. I don't think they could have picked a better actor for him. So it goes into like the design of his rocket hammer, his, you know, hunter-killer persona, and the different designs of the hammer. There's a really small picture here of her bedroom at Dr. Ido's. And I thought it was really cool to see her in that bedroom, like in the movie, because there was such a contrast of her, you know, her cyber body with like her really homey, warm bedroom. I thought that was really cool. It's like you have this cyborg like nestled in blankets, like in this really warm and comfy looking room. It's such a contrast. The operating room, where Ido puts Alita back together. Kind of a little bit of a Pinocchio story going on here. I mean, it wouldn't be the first. Other cyborgs that come into Dr. Ido's office to get various things worked on, whether it be arms or chest plates or legs or whatever. You know, they always pay him in like fruit and stuff like that. Dr. Ido's assistant. Nurse Gerhad, I guess was her name. Some more of the cybernetic work that Ido did. Iron City. Alita kind of jumping around Iron City. Really cool. You know, very futuristic, like post-apocalyptic, like Tokyo. To me, it kind of had like an Italian feel to it. Like when you're walking through the streets of Rome, it kind of has this feel to it, like very Mediterranean, and the architecture just very Roman. Just citizens on the street, just doing various things, like this guy playing the guitar, and he's got like 3 arms. That's cool texture for the city, I thought. You know, very romantic looking city. So the gang just kind of playing street rollerball. And their skates. Kind of makeshift skates. And you get the bounty hunters. The scrapyard where Alita was found. And other things that Dr. Ido just kind of is rummaging through and finding pieces that, you know, hey, will these pieces work? You know, are they too far gone? Are they destroyed? Or like they have no value? Or, you know, can I use it for something in the future? I like the way they did a lot of these futuristic looking vehicles, buses and trash trucks and motorcycles and stuff like that. Let me just go back to that really quick. And then, you know, they put graffiti and stuff like that on them and distress them out a little bit to just kind of make them fit into the environment. I thought that was cool. So here's some more cyborgs, random cyborgs, families and whatnot. Legs. It's cool. Jana, kind of like a praying mantis design with her. Romo, kind of punk looking guy. A lot of knives, bounty hunters. The bar scene where all the bounty hunters hang out. Zapan, kind of one of the main villains, if you will. It's not really like a villain, just kind of like sarcastic guy. But, you know, does end up being a villain in the end. McTeague with his cyber dogs, that was pretty cool. End up being a cool character. Gruishka, so the main villain who's trying to destroy Alita. So I feel like we got more photos of like a lot of the cyborgs and less of Alita for some reason. You know, we get like a lot of these designs and awesome photos, and Alita's kind of like here in the shadows. So, the underworld, Vector, which I thought this particular actor like really portrayed Vector really well. If you've seen the anime from the 80s, it's just like he's perfect. So one of the vehicles, almost like a limo or something like that here, which I thought was like an interesting take on a limousine, because it looked just very heavy, very metal, and you know, bulky, but I mean, I think it fit really well. That being said, Vector's penthouse, the factory, Deckman. So this is kind of where you like go turn in the bounties that you've collected, and you get your money. So the Centurions, which were just kind of like these big like kind of tank things which kind of policed the city. Chirin, which was the ex-wife of Dr. Ido, who was also a doctor. Hugo, of course, Alita's love interest. And his cool bike. He ends up with the cyborg body as well. I don't remember seeing this artwork in the background. That's cool that they just had some like graffiti artwork on the wall in the background. All the decals that were on his bike. It's pretty cool. Different designs of the bike. I like to see that, like stuff that didn't get used. The cathedral. Koyomi and Tanji, their bikes, some of the street kids. A lot of the vehicles here. This is really cool. Kudos to whoever designed the vehicles. Awesome work. So this was like the gate, like leading out of the city. The warship. Some of the scenes from like the flashback of the war. Alita, you know, with her Berserker body here. And again, you know, here she is in the shadows, just kind of like her back. Motorball. Some Motorball scenes. But, you know, nothing like grand enough to really sink your teeth into. It's like almost half a page here of graphic. The stadium. It's a great picture of them together. More like mechanical background stuff. The players, they really did a good job of highlighting the players in this book. The designs are really cool. This shield is amazing here with kind of like the skull on the shield. If he puts his arms together, it makes like a larger shield. It's really cool. Crimson Wind. Juggernaut. Whoever did like a lot of the cyborg designs too did a really awesome job. Kinuba has a little bit of a samurai kind of feel to him. Claymore, wingman, exploder, gangsta, stinger, Kumaza, kind of has another, like kind of a like ninja kind of feel to him, like really cool design on this guy. Mace, Screwhead. She was a cool looking character. Gelda, which I believe was kind of Alita's like lieutenant or something like that in the army. Nova, which is like the main villain, that's kind of calling the shots. You don't really see a whole lot of him, but you know, that's basically what he looks like. You know, he's promising that they're gonna get to go up to the Zalem city. Never keeps his promise. Some artwork of the city. I mean, you get to see artwork of the city, but you know, you really don't get to see like what it actually looks like in there. I don't know. Maybe that's in part 2. I don't know. Overall, an awesome movie. I mean, really recommend that you see the movie. Super cool, super fun. I was just engaged the whole time. I mean, I thought Ready Player One was another movie that was super awesome that, you know, was just underrated. So, I mean, I won't say that Alita's been underrated. I'm just saying, if for some reason you're on the fence about seeing this movie, like, definitely get out there and see it. It's awesome. It's fun. So here's some artwork from the back of the book, like a contrasting design work, as you know, kind of from the manga here, and then from the character designs from the movie here. And then I always like to take off the dust cover and see what's on the inside of the book. And what you see here is just kind of Alita's Berserker body. So, hope you guys enjoyed that. Definitely go out and see the movie. And definitely pick up the manga as well. So, thanks guys. See you next time.